everybody, back again with another build video for a true mag Sorc. Now, like I reiterated in the previous build video, pure mag Sorc is probably the weakest it has ever been throughout its history. But that does not mean that I am still determined to bring out different builds for true mag Sorcs. Now, this build can be altered to be a more modern Sorc where you use medium armor, a little bit of hybridization with vigor, stuff like that. This can work with that, but things must be adjusted accordingly. However, I won't be showing that because I want to show a true Magicka sorcerer, but if you want to mess around with the build, go ahead and do so if you want to modernize it a little bit. So I'll get straight into it. Oh, one thing that I will say is that the gameplay that you have just seen actually is not this build. Okay, it's the old build with a few adjustments, and I've fine-tuned it, and I've found that this build right here is exceptionally stronger, way stronger, and I've already got some clips with it, but I'm going to keep them. Okay. So let's get into it. So, to start off with, Ancient Grace, self-explanatory, max stats in sharpened, restoration staff on the back bar, in defending. Mighty and Guys, self-explanatory, too good on a traditional sorcerer nowadays. Now, this is where it gets very, very interesting. Jack of Ethereal Ascension. Now, on this build, there is no heavy pieces whatsoever, as you simply do not need it. I would rather have the stamina sustain, and I'd rather have the damage, because you've got enough resistance on this build. Right, so let's get into what it actually does. It gives you nearly 11k armor flat, but it increases your block, sprint, dodge and break free by 20%. Now, that is a lot. That is a lot. But we have 6 light and 1 medium. And every single one of those pieces reduce the stamina cost of roll dodge, break free. I'm not sure about blocking, but you don't block often on a mag Sorc because, well, you have 0 block mitigation with a shield up, so you do it very rarely. Plus, you have more than enough stamina and stamina sustain on this build to compensate. So, Jack of Ethereal Ascension in medium with try enchant. Make sure that you have 6 light and 1 medium. So light, Mighty and Epaulets, and then the rest Ethereal Ascension, all in pen, due to the fact of how strong critical damage is nowadays. Necklace of the Trainee, pretty self-explanatory. Multi-effect enchant. You want the multi-effect so that you have a little bit more stamina sustain, and you want to go Triune for the stamina and the health. We have a lot more health on this build, which I'll talk about, which is why you are so tanky like in PvP in comparison to previous builds. This is also another reason why it's actually so much stronger. Ancient Grace in Arcane. If you want more stamina and if you want more health, by all means go try here. Try enchant and Death Dealer's Feat. Self-explanatory. Gives you mag, stam, and health. If you want to go Triune here, by all means do Triune. Let's get into the skills. Bound Aegis, self-explanatory from all my previous build videos. Crystal Frags. Regenerative Ward. Over-hardened Ward. Right? The reason being is because it's cheaper, it gives you stamina sustain, it gives you healing, it also applies to your teammates. Right? I genuinely think this is the best morph over Hardened Ward now, especially on this build, because you can literally just replace shield size with health. It's the same thing, right? You might as well just have more health, right? Not that your wards go down very often on this build because you're that tanky, but you know, you've always got more health to compensate. So, regen ward. Shocking Soul. I have the damage over time enchant on this. Just to add that little bit more pressure to the target and put Major Breach on. Endless Fury. If you don't want to put this, put Major Light on, but I love Endless Fury, it's phenomenal. Ice Comet. Don't have to have this, it's just my preference. You can go Overload if you want, completely up to you, or Dawnbreaker. Backbar, Hot Curse, self-explanatory. Harness Magicka. You can replace this with Vigor, but be warned, your stamina sustain will need adjustments if you go Vigor. But this is why, I mean, that wouldn't be a traditional sorcerer either. A traditional true Mag Sorc, in my opinion, is Shields. All Magicka skills, no Vigor, nothing, right? True Mag Sorc. So if you want to play True Mag Sorc, go Harness Magicka. Degeneration, I just prefer this over Surge, because you don't need the healing with Surge, with the Conjured Ward. Don't need it. Plus this is cheaper and does damage. Streak, pretty self-explanatory. You can go Ball of Lightning if you desired, makes no difference. I just prefer Streak. Healing Ward, you can replace this with Dark Deal. However, be warned about your stamina sustain, as because, well, we're using Ethereal Ascension, which increases your block, dodge, etc. So be warned. Life Giver, you can put Psijic Ult here if you must. Completely up to you, but I like Life Giver. This thing has saved me so many times, and realistically, if I was going to play anything else, I would still use this. It's too good. Unless I was like a Dragon Knight or some form of it, I would go Shield Ultimate because you would get health by using Battle Roll. But other than that, Life Giver every day of the week on every build I'd use. Most likely. I'll get into the champion point. Oh, hold on, I won't get into the champion points. I'll get into the Mundus. Atronach. You need the Magma Recovery on this. Now you can see that I've got 40k max mag, 27k health and 19k stamina. Drastically different compared to my previous build videos. More well-rounded on this build. The health will go up to about 30. The max mag, when fully procced on a mag Sorc, will probably go to about 48. And the stamina about 22. So you've got plenty. So the Atronach Stone. Bewitched Sugar Skulls. What I will say is that the health recovery is actually very noticeable when you're using shields, because when you protect your health, that mag recovery is not mag recovery, the health recovery slowly healing you whilst your health is protected. It's actually quite interesting, and I might look further into that. It's actually quite powerful. And that's about it for that. So let's get into the champion points. Green Tree, makes absolutely no difference. Duelist rebuff. I genuinely think this is a must, unfortunately. Ironclad, just an absolute must, unfortunately. I would prefer not to really have many defensive CP, but with the amount of damage in our subclass on you, absolutely need it. And I have 1 damage increase. Unfortunately, because of how much damage you take in PvP now, this is the best way to stay tanky but maintaining some damage. And I like Arcane Supremacy for the extra mag. That's just my flavour. You do not need to do this. You can swap this for Deadly Aim if you want more damage, or you can put Resilience on if you so desired. Think of this as a flex spot. Whatever you choose, this is just for me. You don't have to use that. That is just my personal preference. Red CP. Right, back. So, we have Relentlessness, Paint Refuge. Them two are far too good to give up. And we have Bastion to increase your shield size. Far too good on a Mag Sorc. Just don't give them up. Not too drastically different from my previous build videos, but different nonetheless. And I guarantee you this is far stronger than the trial build, because you've got all your resistance straight away, and you've got more health. You've actually got more damage, funny enough, because you're in 6 light and 1 medium. But I hope you have enjoyed the build, and I hope that you do test it out, because it's actually... I think it's quite strong considering how bad Mag Sorc is. And I'll let you know what I can conjure up when the class refresh comes along. I'm very interested to see what ZeniMax does with that, and I'll catch you in the next one.